Hello, lovers of life. How are you doing? I hope you are doing very well. This is Launa K or Launa K coming to you from my sitting room to your sitting room, in your office, in your car, on the road, on the bus, on the plane, on the plane, wherever you are finding yourself watching this. I hope and believe this video will bless you, and it will also teach you something. And if you are a mother, if you are a daughter, I'm sure you are going to learn from this video. So my intention of doing this video is not to look for pity or to look for validation, but it's just to share with you something that of which I feel that one day when it's all said and done, I must empty myself. I don't want my grandchildren to go and be told this is how it became with your grandmother, but they must hear it. And I also want to help somebody who perhaps want to break the silence and do not know how to break it. So I have tried to make some videos, guys, but the actual reason for me to have started the YouTube thing was to create a platform for me, because as I have served in various churches, in various ministries, but I was not there was no platform for me to share with you or to share with people about issues of life that I believe the Lord has laid on my heart. Some of them concerns my testimony, some of them concern people's testimony, most of them concerns just my life experience, because I believe I'm called, my calling is beyond the gates of the church. Remember in the Bible, there was John and Peter. When they went to the beautiful gates, when they went out of the church, they went to the beautiful gates. And the beautiful gates stand a man who had been lame for many, many times. And when they came, he was born like that, actually. And people were used to just drop him 5 cents, 10 cents, 1 cent, whatsoever, depending on the currency in your country. So, and one day I'm sure this man might have prayed, and then God had to raise up John and Peter, and then they went outside of the beautiful gate and they found this lame man. And I'm sure they asked him, what has been your issue? And this man was expecting this man of God to bless him with lots of money. So Peter said, silver and gold I have not, but in the name of Jesus, rise up and walk. There was no need of he just spoke the word. And I believe God has called me for a time as this, so to minister his word, his power through my life experience. And so as it was in 1970 something that I was born, early 70s, and I was taken to live with my auntie, because apparently I was having health issues, so I had to be at a dry place which is in the north. And so my eldest sister, me and my elder brother, we were taken to the north. He also had healthy issues, and my younger brother and my younger sister stayed with mom. So, and the point is that in the north, I had to move from one place to another. I think maybe when I was 2, I was taken, I don't know where I came first. Was it at my grandmother or my auntie? Because my auntie had fertility issues and did not got a child in a long time. So they believe that if I'm taken there, it will kind of power of attraction to attract her womb to have a child. And of course it happened, but my auntie was really I think she's a very good auntie, but she did not have the patience for children. So that is how my grandmother's sister, since my grandmother passed away and mom they were orphans, and she also had her own fair share of life. So I was taken to then my grandmother sent somebody to go and pick me, because somebody said, hey, that girl child is not going through a good situation. And I think there I was like 5 years old. And then from there I was taken to another auntie of mine who was very dear to my heart, Paulina. I remember staying there, and I remember sleeping there sometimes when my auntie was not well. So then from there, finally I was taken from the other auntie. Then I was brought to another auntie, the late Meno Congo, who was taking care of mom's place in the north. Okay, So then I think maybe the late Meme Congo got sick, and when she got sick, so I think mom was told to come and pick me, and when she came to pick me, then I came to stay with mom. So when I came to mom, remember I come from her sister. She was very firm with her word, but in a very tough word. She loved beating. She loved, she just has her own way. And when I came to join mom also loved, she did not have a good communication skills. If she tell you something and you ask her, can you pardon me, she will just slap you. And she always thought I was being deliberate, and up to now I still have that challenge of it's like even when we are traveling somewhere, I have to get into the car and come back to just make sure I've switched off the electricity, I've switched off all the electrical appliances, because I forget sometimes too much, and of which I came to realize it was birthed by how I was treated as a child, and especially by my mom when I came. It's like my older sister would do something, and I'll just be accused it's me, and mom will not take time to search into the matter. She will just beat me, and my elder brother will just do things. I've been asking God questions: why me, why me? And there was a time, or like for many years, I've been asking myself, who is my mother? Who is my mother? I look myself in the mirror, and I see myself, I am just like my mom. And but then I just cannot understand. And sometimes when my siblings also treat me like an outcast, I ask myself, maybe I was adopted. Even the other day I was watching a video on adoption, and I think maybe I was adopted. Only the people are not telling me something, because I just feel I'm not my mother's child, because the way my siblings, the one that come after me, the way they just kind of, even and even when you are giving a point, or when you are just giving an opinion or something, they just don't take you to head, in a way like there's that strong rejection, and you're not expected to do something good. And but thank God we are reconnecting with my elder sister now, because we know the Lord, both of us. And yeah, I did not really have a very pleasant childhood life. I cannot really say, oh, this and that. I always had found solace in people's homes. Like I would dodge out of the house to just go and visit the neighbors. I would just, I felt more good when I was outside the house, when I was with friends, with mom. Really, it's, I really love the way mom trained us, but it is having an effect on me. I cannot sleep 8 hours, because with mom, in particular myself, I would have to go and sleep, because I was like talented. I could sew, I could do what. So I'll go and sleep at sometimes 12, 1 o'clock, and around 5 you are awake. And one good thing I've learned from mom, she will wake up midnight and she will intercede, she will pray. She was a strong Anglican, and she will pray, and that I took from her. But one thing I've just kind of did not like, it was the way that we were not given enough time to sleep, especially me. And yeah, and also when I've made a mistake, I was just not spared. And mom could believe fast when she's told by my siblings, Launa has done this. I remember there was even a time where I got born again, and I'm no more drinking. And one of my siblings just used up the beer, had fun with their friends, and when mom came, she convinced mom, or he convinced mom, and that I drank the beers, and mom believed. It's like I felt like there was a curse on me as a child, but thank God I did not die in that case. So yeah, but as I said, I love my siblings so much, and they really know. I just think this video might serve as them hearing how the experience I had with them. I have forgiven them. I love them so much, and they know that. And only that I just feel like I must just share the story with somebody who might go through this and not have and not have and not have had healed from their childhood experience. Okay. Yeah. So and also I grew up with we grew up with a stepdad. I think all those things also, they were really I think they were like they were taking a toll on mom. And yeah, I think there was just a lot going on in life. And the good part of my elder sister is she was outspoken, you know. She could speak if something is this and that. And but in my case, I just, maybe I was lazy to speak. And if mom say, Launa, is it you have done this? And if I say it's not me, and she insists, it's like in my mind I go like, okay, if you insist, then yeah. And also from my childhood, I remember uh, there was a time after when I went through all those things, when I got a child, I remember we moved to another house. And I remember I think I slept out at my friends, because you know why? I told you I always used to find comfort when I'm with other people. And up to now, I just find it hard to be among my siblings, because I just feel they don't love me. I just feel they are fake. I don't know, but I know they are not fake. But I just feel they just don't love me. I don't know. Maybe one day when they tell me with their mouth they love me, not when I'm in the grave. I think, yeah, it's something I'm really struggling with still. And yeah, so I remember I went to sleep outside and I came, guys, at 18, having a child. Guys, you know, you guys are blessed if you are 18 and you're watching these things and you are clubbing and you feel you are big enough, your mom cannot beat you anymore. My mother beat that the hell out of me. And there was just something that I don't know, I just felt she was just not my mother. Yeah, up to now, I just sometimes feel maybe I was just adopted. Maybe she was supposed to tell me. Yeah, I think if somebody who's adopted will get to understand, or maybe somebody grew up like me. So that faithful day, mom beat me, and when she had beaten me, um, she took, honestly, just sleeping out, she would have just maybe slapped me or warned me. No, she had beaten me, and I don't go and sleep at the boyfriend's house, uh, regardless of having a child. Then she took a belt, you know, that iron thing of closing the belt, and she hit me. And that is just one of the hitting. I think in 1982, mom hit me with a bunch of key here, and this is the reason why I have locks, guys. You are wondering, and also you're also wondering, why am I not tying my locks or whatsoever? Any just pressure whatsoever, I just cannot style them. And how I long to style my locks. She hated me here, and mom told me to tell my stepdad that I fell from the pole. And yeah, so, and blood gushed out of me, and I think I was not treated. And yeah, so, and then the other time in the north, she sent me to, remember mom, you know, house was always like prison, you know. And other time in the north, she had sent me after that, I think 2 years after that, she had sent me to a neighbor's house. And I forgot, I found people playing, you know, who remembers Amagus? They were playing Amagus. And I joined, and I forgot it, I was sent, because it was like a breather moment. Each time I get out of the house, I feel like, oh, praise God. I always had that thing of running away, you know. I just did not had the joy to stay with mom. And when I came back, she hit me again here. There's a place here, somewhere here, there's a place where the hair does not grow. And yeah, it was somewhere here. Yeah, she hit me here, and she hit, and that is just one of the hits. And just any mistake, if she told me to do something I did not hear or I just forgot, imagine growing up like that has given me uh, a bit of my memory. I have to digest fast. And I was telling my husband sometimes, I said, my husband, if you can just be patient with me, people, and these are the reasons why I want to share my story on the YouTube, so the one day when they read, they listen to it, they will understand why I've been behaving the way I behaved and so on. Yeah, so then, uh, there were moments where mom would hit me in the wall, and I just don't know. Yeah, that fateful day, mom took a belt, that iron thing on the belt, the one that you close with, and she hit me. And ever since, if you find me wearing trousers, I don't like belts. I have a phobia of that iron thing, that thing where you lock the belt in. And I also, if you come in my kitchen, if my daughter is watching this, I don't like big knives. And she keep asking me, because my daughter is supposed maybe to be a lawyer or something, or a prosecutor. She keep asking, they should ask you questions. She keep asking me, why don't you like big knives? Because for her, and I admire women that have kitchens with big knives, and really, but I want to watch it from a distance, not in my house. I just don't like it. Why? Because there was a time mom also just beat me over something that was not supposed to be, and she took out a knife and said, must I kill you? I said yes, because I was tired of the beatings. And there was a time where I also again went to a disco, just to go and dance with my friends. I cleaned the house, I did everything. I left, and then they were there sleeping there. So I went there, and one auntie that was also late now, she reported me. I just saw, the auntie coming in. Can you please come outside, bring the beer outside? And I was not drinking, I was more of a smoker. But I just had a longing of going somewhere. I just did not feel home, not at all, not with mom, not with my siblings. So when I came out of that, guys, mom beated me, guys. Mom beat me, and she was beating me like I'm not a human being. I'll control my emotions, guy. And she was beating me, and I was like, and when I went in the house, she was beating, and I tried, and there was a bus coming, a racing bus. I decided to run in the road just to die, just to end my life. I guess that is where the suicide attempt started there. And when I came home, my elder brother beat me, guys. I was beaten as if, oh, guys, I was beaten as if I have killed somebody. My elder brother started beating me, guys. He started beating me just because I went to the disco. So it was not nice. And when I went to sleep, guys, in my mind, a lot of stuff was running. I was feeling like I must take something and just hit my brother on the legs, but I must make sure that I have broken his legs. But the Lord kept me. And that is how I woke up. The next day, I left my beautiful child, of which I did not plan to. It was just too much. It was too much. So I left home, and when I left home, I was perfected, guys. I went to one lady who's called Miss Elisa Moseng. So I went there and I asked her for shoes, and I said, just assist me with your shoes, I'll come now. Guys, I walked, and the way I walked, I make sure that when they will look for my shoes, for my footstep, they will not trace me. I walked the high road, and I risked my life, guys. I went, and a white man came. When a white man came, guys, I got onto that bus, and I said I'll go to Windhoek. I had never been in Windhoek. So No, I think, guys, I didn't go to Windhoek. I went to Wolfish Bay. Because Wolfish Bay, there were some people that I knew, like friends. So when I came to Wolfish Bay, guys, I did not. I just have one underwear. I just have the clothes that I have. I just have, that shoes, and it was cold and so on. And this leads me to the first one of my story, guys. So when I came to Fish Bay, we were a group of girls. So we started like clubbing and things like that. But in my mind, I was this girl that even if I'm at a club, you could just see that no, there's not a clubbing person. But I have to, just to hide my emotions, I have to hide my pain, guys. And guys, you know, I have questions. I wish mom can come back and answer me. I have questions that I just wish my siblings, especially the three ones, just for them to tell me, am I their sister? So, and let me rewind the story back. In 92, Brenda Fassie came to Namibia, the late Brenda Fassie, may her soul rest in peace. And then I thought of, let me run away with my child. So then one of the family member accused me that I want to go and kill my child. Guys, it hurts. And my mother kept believing. She kept believing. She went to report me at the police station, guys. And God in heaven knows I was never going to kill my child. I just wanted to run away with my burden that I have created myself. So fast forward, I went to Wolfish Bay. I met these friends who already had been in the game. They know how to drink and everything. And guys, so we went to stay at some friends. I think before I went to Wolfish Bay, I went to Swakopmund and I was just hiding. I didn't want to meet none of my family members. I just wanted to go away from them. And when I came to Wolfish Bay, in the midst of, in the center of going to the clubs and things like that, and these guys came, and there was a group of guys that used to do business like selling clothes and things like that. Those times there was no really much of drugs and so on. And yeah, and we're a group of girls that had troubles at home. And I met this guy, and when you are with a guy but you don't love the guy, but it's at the expense of staying and running away. So this is how I met this guy, and we were together. But later on, I told myself I have to go home. But yeah, I told myself I have to go home. Yeah, but then before that, a lot of stuff had happened. Guys, I tried to, thank God I did not felt like committing suicide. I thank God for that. And even when it occurred, God gave me the grace to bear that cross. So when I came to Wolfish Bay, guys, I think I started dating this guy, and just this guy alone, God knows. And I was staying with a stranger who took me in like their own child. I was just washing, sometimes selling the fat cakes, and I wish I could go back. I think that lady is Emilia, and yeah, it was a relative of the Shitalenis. So meeting this guy, and we're just going out, and guys, so I had to come back home. And when I came back home, then the situation started again. When the situation started, I went to, then I decided, no, this time I'll risk my life. I'll go to Windhoek. And I'd never been in Windhoek, and I've heard Windhoek is dangerous and so on. For me, it was like, let me rather go and die at the hand of the bochochos or like the criminals than die in the hands of somebody who claims to be my mother, but they don't treat like my mother. Guys, understand, mom would buy your clothes, mom would feed you properly, but the communication skills was a problem, and she would not listen to your situation, your story. She would listen to my other siblings, and I don't know what was between me and her. Yeah, so then I went to Windhoek. I didn't have a boyfriend that time. Then I went to, then when we got on the hike place, a white man just came, and I think I'm mixing up. The thing I can remember is only if it was a video to edit. I think I'm mixing up the pieces, but yes, they are all the pieces of the puzzle. So I got into the car, and this guy, we went along down like a little bit away from the town, and he wanted to rape me. And I said, and I just said, no, don't worry, when I come to Windhoek, things will be fine. Just drop me at the police station. I'm going to pick up something and I'll come out. The guy believed me. Went to the police station, and then I got out. So he was waiting for me. I said, I'll tell the police, and then he drove off. So praise God, I was safe. Yes. So coming at the police station, guys, I had to wait. So, but then later on, one policeman, he was so good. He said, "I can accommodate you," and my brother was also in Windhoek, but I did not know where. My other cousins were there, but I didn't want to bother them. I just decided, I just wanted to go and join the gang, because there was a gang called